Hello everyone, this is TSV109, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It is time to start the Water Temple, the most infamous dungeon in the whole game, and quite possibly the entire series. One of the problems people have with this dungeon, you already saw it. Constantly switching between the iron and Kokiri boots, which requires pausing more times than any other dungeon in the game. First place you want to go is where these two torches are at the bottom. Because guess who is here?
Oh, you! If I'm right, Link! You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancée, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man who have kept me waiting for these 7 long years.
No, but
now
I didn't.
is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all! I want to save Zora's domain! You have to help me! This is a request from me, the woman who is going to be your wife!
I didn't.
You have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me quickly!
Alright. Hey! Ruto, wait up! And then she disappears. However, she did name one of the biggest mechanics of this dungeon. You constantly have to change the water level at virtually all times. And yes, this does mean there will be lots of backtracking. And there's also a lot of enemies unique to the water temple, such as these things. As soon as anything comes into contact with them, they turn to rocks. Afterwards, you just gotta slash at them. Don't try to pick them up. But, at the very least, this dungeon is generous enough to give us the map straight away. And I say that because it's really like the only generous thing this dungeon ever does. So here's the map. It is not a very nice map. It's 4 floors of utter confusion. This is without a doubt one of the biggest dungeons in the entire game. I probably dare say it is the biggest. So anyways, you play Zelda's Lullaby by these Triforce areas to change the water level. There's 3 stations that you will be going to many times. This also means a lot of backtracking, so it is very easy to miss something and screw you over for the rest of the dungeon. Next, I'm going to say you want to go in here. You can either shoot arrows through this fire to light the torches, or just get lazy, use Din's fire. It's easy. There. So let's go in here and fight some more enemies. Here's another unique enemy, these clam guys, which are called, shell blades, okay, that's simple enough. You need to hit them, you need to hit their tongues. If you don't, they will try and bash into you. You'll have to use your shield by that point. If you don't get them the first time, it only gets a lot harder to hit them, as they always turn as they're opening their mouths, giving you a lot less time to kill them. So that is the first key. I recommend checking every single part of this bottom floor that you possibly can before you move on, because for heaven's sakes, there is a lot to do in this dungeon. Even of all the times I played this game, I still make a couple screw-ups. It's very easy to mess up this dungeon, even after playing this game roughly 10 whole times. You can only bomb this when the water's at its lowest setting. Like I said, you really want to check out everything you possibly can before you actually move forward, because there is a lot to do. You think I'm gonna fight you? So, okay, now you basically know all the reasons people hate this dungeon. There is so much backtracking, it's hard to find anything, changing the water levels, and of course... what was I about to say? Getting lost. Backtracking. Anyways, this raises the water level in this one particular room so we can get up here. You actually don't necessarily have to go in this room, but it's got a gold Skulltula. I don't think it's too out of your way. You have to do a big spin attack to get that. Open. And then just... there we go. Okay, so I failed killing him. I imagine there will be a fairy in one of these. No. Okay, whatever. I have plenty of hearts. Okay, let's see. Switch back. I'd say you should at least have 12 hearts before you enter this dungeon. Because with getting lost a bunch, you're also probably going to get hurt a few times in the process. There we go. So that's all there is to do there. We can go now. And head over to other parts of the dungeon. You'll want to look at your map constantly. Things will definitely help out a lot once you get the compass. For now, let's push this block. It won't help us much right now, but it has great significance far later in the dungeon. And by that, I mean almost virtually at the end. So hooray for having to try to remember stuff. I think we want to drop down first anyway. So let's drop down right now, because there is another block we have to push. Somewhere. Oh no, wait. Is this the wrong room? Let me check what's over here. I must be thinking of something else. Oh no. You actually do want to go here now, my mistake. See, I can't remember everything about this dungeon. This is the one dungeon where you're probably never going to have it fully memorized. The forest temple is easier to memorize. So this room has a swirling current. What I recommend is you get down on that little purplish platform right here. Hit this crystal with your hook shot. That opens up a cage over there. So now we're going to head over here. And you know what? Ignore them because the gate's about to close. This is going to cause a bit of annoyances as we get out, but there's another key here. Yay for keys! So hit this crystal if you want to get out. I know you do. You want to get through this dungeon as quick as possible, so you can get to more manageable stuff. I'm gonna get hurt, aren't I? Ooh, I didn't get hurt. Now we are going to deal with the currents to try and get out. Okay, come on. Alright, fine, I'll go around. We'll be back in this room later. Not to really do stuff here, we're just gonna be thrown back here at some point. There we go. Hi. You are not a friendly monster, so bye. But thanks for the hearts. Maybe it was a little more friendly than I thought. I gotta stop judging so many monsters. But then again, this is the Water Temple. Everything about it is violent. I didn't mean to pause again. Alright. Now, if I recall correctly, we actually need to use the hook shot to get out of this one. Yep, because the water's just a little too low for us to just swim up. Be sure to take off those pesky iron boots, though. Alright, now there's this area over here. Let's explore it. Then after that, I think we've covered about as much as we could down here. Where's that room I've been... Alright, there is absolutely nothing to do here. You're gonna have to remember this one for later. Oh, hi! Okay, that was somewhat humorous, actually. That should be this whole... yeah. That's the whole first area here. So that's enough of that. We can start advancing forward. Once you've explored absolutely everything. But don't think this is gonna be easy. You see this block here? It's different. You might not even think about it. Here's another water changing station. I'm gonna drink some more water in the water temple. So yeah, you probably missed it. But this is more than just a platform for just being up here. You see, there's actually a secret passage down there, and honestly, this one is really easy to miss. I've missed it so many times, like the first 6 times I played this game. But you want to go down here now. If you don't, you're probably screwed, because you're never going to know where to go afterwards. The only way to get through this dungeon with ease is to actually do everything the second you get to it. Which unfortunately is easier said than done. So now we got some enemies to kill. Unfortunately, we cannot use our sword underwater, unlike Twilight Princess, so we must kill these guys with the hook shot, which is a little slower than using a sword. Now let's kill the shell blades. Hi. After killing all the enemies, another cage opens up. That's the one we want to go into, because, well, guess what it has? It has... there we go. It has... another freaking key. Hooray! It's a key-palooza. There we go. Hopefully this is going to be a good enough guide, considering that I don't really make many mistakes. Alright, now we can start moving on. But just as a side note, I will be coming back into this room later for something else. There is a gold skulltula in this room, but equipped as we are, we cannot currently get it, so... we'll have to save that for later. What I am referring to is up there. We cannot reach that at the moment. So there's this torch here that you can light up if you so want to go back into that room. But there are some more rooms to check out. We do not want to go in there just yet. We can't even go that way yet. So let's just go this way. And follow the path. Here's some more hook shot places. Amazing. Alright, now there's a switch here. You do not want to be next to it. You want to be on the direct other side to hit this. Because this is only going to give you... oh, for heaven's sakes. I probably should take down my arrows. You only get a couple seconds to open this chest. There we go. Time ran out already. But yes, we finally have the compass. Hooray. Now, if we take a look at it, we can see that the boss is on the 3rd floor. And that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 more chests. Hooray. Okay, there we go. We got the compass. Now we'll actually be able to see where we're going. Hooray. So, let's start moving on. There's nothing else to do here, so I guess we might as well just start heading this way. Oh, hi. Hi, water. The tactic. Alright, there's a switch here. Let's not hit it right away, because, we got company. There we go. Now we want to hit it, while on this. There we go. Alright. That's that. Now, there's one thing I generally recommend doing here. This is where I would recommend you use Pharaoh's Wind. This will allow us to teleport to this area later in the dungeon. And it will save up on a bit of lovely backtracking. So let's please do that and replace it with something. What do I want to replace it with? Let's replace it with arrows. Okay, good. It is time to raise the water level again. Yay! So there we go. The music has been played. And now we can start exploring up here. We probably could have explored up here earlier, but I find it much better to actually start going through the bottom floor first to reveal Rudo and get the map. So down there was the exit, so let's go here instead. And yep, we are going to descend once again. Hooray! Alright, so we gotta move this block. Oh, shoot! I realized I forgot a key, and this is one I always forget. I'm gonna have to readjust the water levels again. I hate it when I do that. Well, I have no time to waste. This is, in my opinion, one of the easy ones to forget. Along with the other one that had that secret passage. But it involves the water being on the second level. You see, even I make mistakes in this dungeon because this is an excruciatingly difficult dungeon. And you probably can't tell, it's also without a doubt the longest one in the game. The one I missed was right there. I always seem to forget that one. I mean, it's just so out of your way. You rose the water to the second level. The last thing you're gonna think about is actually going back down there. You see, that's how this dungeon really loves to screw you. And it really explains how if you screw up just one time, you could really screw yourself over if you don't know what it is you missed. In this case, I forgot about this one. So I'm gonna have to take a little detour again. Hooray. Let's go back up here. And play the song. Whoops. There we go. I'm so mad that I forgot. But at least I remembered in an instant. Because I knew before opening the next unlocked door, you really want to have 2 keys on you. Alright, let's just get it, and then we can teleport back to where the other water level was. Which is why I highly recommend doing so. Because it's so convenient to just get back there as soon as possible. It saves time. And in a dungeon like this, you really don't want to use up all your time. Alright, gonna have to take out some bombs. Oh my gosh, imagine if I was doing a blind run of this game. I'd have to be 7 years old to do that, because I played this game when I was like 7 or 8. I played Wind Waker when I was about 6. So yep, here's the key. Hooray! Oh gosh, I sometimes hate this dungeon myself. So let's return to the war point. This is how Pharaoh's Wind works. It's time to adjust the water level again! Yay! Ugh. This happens to me every single time. Now I'm going to create a warp point here again. Oh, I still have it out. I still have it out. I need more magic. I really do. Wow. Okay. That is that. Hi! I don't like you either. Did you know that? Bye. Alright, kill these guys. There's a gold skull over there, but unfortunately we cannot reach it. So we're gonna have to save it for later, unfortunately. Alright, so if you can make it to this point, you've pretty much gotten past the most confusing part of the entire dungeon. Things will start getting a little simpler now. It's still not going to be the easiest, though. But at the very least, the most confusing is over. But we have not gotten past the hardest part yet, unfortunately. There's one more part we're gonna have to deal with that is probably going to make you, what's the phrase? Pluck your hair out? Something like that? I don't remember! It doesn't matter anyway, because I'm not there yet. I will be soon, though. And honestly, I'm still scared for what's coming up. So here's another puzzle. It's a little interesting. We constantly have to hit this crystal to make these pillars rise and descend. Such as here, we actually want to make the pillars descend now. Because that would just push us into the water if we did it. This one will actually take us across. There we go. Well, it's time to make everything rise again. So that we can get onto this one. Now we need to get on top of that, so let's hit this again. It's not that hard. It's actually a pretty simple puzzle. It's very easy compared to what this dungeon has been making us do. So there we go. But be careful up here, because, well, there's a like. And we do not want to get eaten by the like. That is bad. Okay, don't eat me. Don't eat me. Thank you for not eating me. I'm hoping there's actually a fairy in one of these bottles. Let's see, is there? Nope. Well, that actually scares me a little, but whatever lies in this room, I'm gonna have to save that for the next video, because this is long enough. So, we'll see what's in here next time. Until then, this has been TailsFan109, and have a nice day.